welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams, as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Powell again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Did you know Louisville has one of the most unique stories about their stadium in all of college football? The L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium was built on a former railroad repair yard that opened in 1998. The land on which it was built was previously serving as a site for the Louisville and Nashville South Louisville Rail Yard. During construction of the stadium, the blaring train horn was used at the rail yard to indicate shift changes and was reclaimed. It is now blown pregame and each time the Cardinals score. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback making checks. He'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is the type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Fires downfield. Pulls it in. It's Skinner. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Handoff, Isaac Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Shotgun snap on third down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Louisville!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hale. And he pumps it up inside the 20. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Cardinals. And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the point after is good. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. To throw, it's Jennings. Rushes on him, going for the big play. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Makes the grab, gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. Because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. He's got it way down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
And the Mustangs will punt this one away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. He might want another play. Might as well stick with him. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
The Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it. It's Brown. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Cardinals have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Touchdown, Cardinals! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going downfield for the big play. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Stepping to the right. Unleashes one. Wide open, makes the catch. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he's in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, this thing's turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Jennings. Caught by Smith. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Mustangs want to move quickly. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the Houston Cougars. And it's the Red Raiders who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Pulls it on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
And now they've lost the ball down here, and they scoop it up in the end zone. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Well, it's a great job by the defense, forcing the fumble. They were hoping they'd jump on it for a touchdown. The offense got there first, but it's a safety and a great play defensively.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Catch in the middle. It's Richardson. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One more time, it's Brown. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back? That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space.
Got a little grass. Touchdown, Louisville! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense option. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This offense has struggled to get any rhythm going, and the only success they've had is throwing to this guy. So no question here in the second half, they're going to try to do that more often, but the defense knows it. Nice job there in coverage, making sure that one fell incomplete.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Man, these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lets it fly. Brings it in down the left side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Mustangs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Brown again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. Throwing, Hawkins. Going for 6. Touchdown, Mustangs. Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Jennings. He's got it for the 2-point conversion.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
To the air on second down. Makes the grab in their space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
A give to Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
Louisville calls its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Absolutely perfect. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. So just a lack of discipline, and on fourth down, too, just hands this offensive 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Davis. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Hand off for Brown. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cardinals. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And with that touchdown, I would say this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job is stop you.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to pass, it's Jennings. He's taking a deep shot. Goes high to pull it in. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing it.
Goes high to pull it in. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a first down.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.